morning biscuits, I am going to bring you along for a totally different What I Ate Wednesday, which is going to Vegas. So, I think Vegas is a great spot to take little kids to because it's got lots of food and fun entertainment that you can socially distance from, and it's got sunshine, which, as somebody who lives in Washington State, is really important to go see. So we went for just a few days, and I thought it would be really fun to see kind of a day of what we ate. So I ate breakfast here at this restaurant. We were totally alone in the back section, which was great for safety. Otherwise we would have left if it was really busy, but they always put you when you have kids far away from everybody, so it was awesome. We were the only person in this room. We did eggs, toast, breakfast potatoes on one order, and then we also did an order of French toast. I will say the portions were absolutely minuscule. I mean, so tiny. It probably was like one egg scrambled, tiny piece of toast, and the smallest amount of potatoes I've ever seen in my life. Potatoes are such a cheap food. I don't understand how anyone could serve you a dish that expensive with so few ingredients on it. It was shocking. Overall, I would highly not recommend going to most restaurants for breakfast. I just found that they were all incredibly overpriced. It was crazy how much they were. I would say a good deal for 2 people in Vegas per meal was $20 to $30, which is exorbitant. Prices are really high right now. So if you can go under that, if you can stay like $5 to $10 a person, that's awesome, but that's really hard to do. You have to pretty much get takeout, or convenience food, kind of convenience store foods for that. So I wouldn't recommend the sit down places for breakfast. You can get cheaper like bagels. Some of the Mexican restaurants, if you're willing to take the kids out in the morning and walk, have some cheap $5 a person egg breakfasts, but it's really hard to find. I would recommend getting some cereal and milk or bringing some granola bars. Next time we do this trip in a Vegas hotel, we're gonna bring like breakfast supplies with us because it was just a really hard place to find anything that my son would eat and I would want to eat at. I think a buffet is a really good budget option actually for breakfast because you can kind of get breakfast and that second snack that we always eat in, but not restaurants. I would just avoid those altogether. What we did do that was really great for saving money and time was I had a 7-Eleven food order or drink order brought to the hotel. I met them in the lobby. And that was great. We did water, I got some baby food, I got milk, and I got juice. And it was such a better price than if I tried to buy it around the casino or anything. So check out, I had like a coupon for that food delivery too, which saved me a bunch. But see what you can do to get delivered to your room for staples. We got a small mini fridge in the room. They said it was because I had a baby, I must need to cool my formula and refrigerate that, and I didn't argue. If you don't have a tiny baby with you that you can claim formula needs on, you can always say it's a medical need and just not go into detail. But get a mini fridge because they'll charge you $50 if you use the mini fridge that's already in the room. So get your own because then you can get all that stuff delivered. You can put little leftovers in the fridge to then have for breakfast the next day, which is what we did, because otherwise breakfast really added up super quickly and it wasn't an enjoyable meal. You can see baby was kind of wild through all that. Oh, this sandwich was so good. This was delicious. It was probably my favorite food that I ate in Vegas, which is silly because it's a sandwich. Oh, hello, Pepper. How are you? But it was really good. And it was pretty affordable. One of the tricks I did with that is I would buy like a kid's grilled cheese for my son and then a big turkey sandwich for me, and then I'd give him some of the turkey to kind of fill out his sandwich, and that saved a lot on sandwiches. Oh, donut time. Oh my goodness. So when we were up really early this day, Pear got us up at 4:30 like she likes to do, so we were out wandering the hotel like 5:30 in the morning. The donut place was the only place open pretty much, so we went and we got donuts, and it gave us something to walk to do while I got baby ready for her nap. And then we came back to the room, and we pretty much ate almost every meal in our room. I think there were two times we didn't eat in our room. Every other time we ate in our room because it was just felt a lot safer, distance-wise from everything. And it was also just be so much easier. Pear Bear is at crawling, trying to walk stage, and trying to keep her contained in a restaurant is really, really difficult. So it's much more fun that we sat by the window in the hotel. I put down pillows and towels for our little picnic area, and then baby could crawl around, play with her toys. Abraham could watch his cartoons or play with his toys that he brought, and I could feed baby because she can sit upright. She can just sit next to me. You can bring a little collapsible high chair if that helps. It made a big difference. It was so much easier to just take food back to the hotel, and then I didn't have to watch what they were doing, what were they touching. It was just so much easier. I highly recommend that. That's probably one of my best tips to save sanity and to save money, is just go back to your room to enjoy, to eat. It is so much easier to do. And it's worth getting a room that has some kind of view or, some kind of window, something so that it's nice to be in the room. You'll get more than your money back for what you spent on the hotel for your food savings, because food in Vegas was really, really expensive. I don't eat out a lot. Oh, there's some of the juice I bought. So I got a big jug of lemonade along with a couple bottles of sparkling water in my food delivery right to the hotel. And I did it really early morning so that, we were out there at like 5:30, 6 a.m. They just dropped it off. I grabbed it. Nobody in the hotel said anything. I didn't ask permission. I just thought it's easier to ask forgiveness than permission. I also got milk delivered to the room. I got several jugs. You have to get the smaller ones so they fit in the mini fridge. And such a difference because we could have milk, we could have juice. I found that tiny, 12-ounce bottles of juice or water, or even 8-ounce in the casino were about $6 each. So it was exorbitant. Try to avoid buying those things. Prepare ahead of time. Oh, I love a sandwich that comes with pickle biscuits. That was so tasty. I love a good sandwich. Oh, I see Pear there being wild. She is. If you're traveling with babies, go to your room to eat. That is all I can say, because it's a smart thing. I think some of my best tips are definitely the stay in your room to eat, get takeout, get those deliveries of beverages to your room with an order of a mini fridge so you can keep them cool, because it will save you like $100 at least on that trip just with that. I also found, oddly enough, that food courts were higher priced than the restaurants inside of the casinos themselves by a considerable amount. I would say they're like a third again the price, and then the way smaller portions. So oddly enough, avoid the food courts, which I thought would be cheapest for food in Vegas for kids. Not at all. I found much better deals in the restaurants to go inside the casinos by far, and I was really surprised by that. And I wish somebody told me that, because I would have saved money on my first day there. Oh, pizza. I gotta say, this was the meal I think that was the best value for filling, because we got a 12-inch pizza and we got a big giant salad, and it really filled us up for dinner. And then we had leftover pizza for breakfast the next morning, along with milk and a granola bar I had brought from home. And it was just, for the price, it fed everybody. We were all happy. We were well fed. So we also tried some Mexican food, which I know is not appealing. I apologize. And for the price, I did not find it super filling, but it was still good. Now on ice cream, best deal you can do is definitely get at the gelato little shops, like the ice cream shops in the casinos. Go and get the double scoop in one bowl and then share it. And I found that was about half the price of getting everybody their own ice cream. I think it saved a ton of money, which, is always the goal. Overall, I would say that Vegas was very expensive for food, so you should really keep an eye out for that and plan ahead. I paid a little bit more to be eating in the casinos because we stayed at the edge of the strip because the room was cheaper and it was supposed to be a good hotel for kids. but that meant that it was farther to get to anything. So if you stay in the middle of the strip, if you're willing to walk like half an hour each way, you can get better deals on food. I think with kids, that's too much work. I would rather pay a tiny bit more and save those hours walking with screaming kids and babies. So you just kind of decide what's the priority and go from there. But I hope you liked this unique What I Ate Wednesday. It's kind of fun to get back to do a teeny bit of a little safe travel what I ate. I have some more Traveling Vegas videos coming out for you. Just got to get those all edited. And I even have a really fun behind the scenes one for Instagram that I think you biscuits are going to like. I will see you in the next video. I love you all. I hope you're having a beautiful morning. Oh, deep breaths. You survived the holidays. Love you, biscuits.